growing concern that there may be more deaths from leptospirosis, as the San Fernando General Hospital recorded 14 suspected cases this month. 2 patients died, but only 1 case was confirmed as the rat-borne illness. The one confirmed death is that of 50-year-old police officer Premnath Badal of Gopi Trace Penal, who died last Saturday after having contracted leptospirosis. 13 cases were reportedly admitted only this week. According to hospital sources, one of the 13 cases, a market vendor, was reported to be in serious condition. Sources say the market vendor admitted that he saw a lot of rats in the area where he normally stores his supplies. And San Fernando Hospital officials have confirmed that all suspected cases are coming from Woodland, Penal, Debe, Barrackpore, and environs. These are all areas that have been affected by October's flooding disaster caused by unusually heavy rainfall over a 4-day period. Following the flooding, the Health Ministry issued several advisories warning consumers about eating crops that were damaged by floodwaters and appealing to farmers to not sell such products. In addition to leptospirosis, floodwaters might contain harmful bacteria that could lead to an outbreak of diseases such as hepatitis A. Leptospirosis is caused by a strain of bacteria called Leptospira found in certain animals and which can spread to humans. Various animals can carry the bacteria, but it's most commonly associated with rats, mice, and farm animals, such as pigs, cattle, horses, and sheep. Persons also can get the disease by swimming or wading in water contaminated with animal urine. Meanwhile, agricultural economist Umar Dat Miraj is concerned there may be more deaths from leptospirosis. He says the compromise of our national food system is a matter of urgent national importance, and proper leadership on the issue appears to be non-existent. Speaking a short while ago with the Network News, he expressed concern that we are not tracking the necessary data that would help us get a handle on what's happening.
But from an official point of view, we'd want official statistics coming out post-flood. And of course, we'd want that to be continually updated. I think at least for the next 6 months, the nation should be appraised of the geographic areas in this country where the cases are being confirmed within the regional health authority districts. And of course, we would want to know the demographic, the age and the gender of the persons affected. And unfortunately, of course, we can expect more deaths, the death toll to rise.
Mr. Miraj, who represents the Tableland Pineapple Farmers Association and the Felicity Charleville Fishing Association, wants extra measures put in place for the testing of local produce, meat and shellfish to ensure that flood-related diseases are not being spread.
We do not conduct any random quality testing of foods at the municipal markets or the wet markets from any itinerant vendors on in this country. And I think that's of course very dangerous. How can we go on to encourage people to consume and have confidence in the food system when the checks and balances are not in place? So besides public education, we would want to know if such a measure has been implemented, if it will be implemented, and of course, the relevant cost and manpower associated with doing these things, because we need to maintain that trust and confidence in the local food system.
The agricultural economist says this is critical, given that TNT imports over $3 billion worth of food every year between Christmas and Carnival alone. He says we're heading into that period again, and we're yet to have proper infrastructure for ensuring our food is truly safe. He points to the National Public Health Lab talked about by the Health Minister in March of this year at a post-cabinet media briefing, and which seems to be in a state of limbo.
The facility, as he said, will enhance the country's response to public health issues and will significantly enhance the capabilities of the Chemistry, Food and Drug Division. And now, in November 2017, all these months after, and we now have 2, I would call them disasters, of course, damaging the food system. Then, of course, we need an update on the vision. If there's a big vision for this thing to save the country, to intervene, and we don't have it, how is that vision compromised? The timeline for it? And of course, given the experience with the Scuba Hospital, one has to ask the operationalization of the facility as well, because on a political level, one would not want these interventions to fall victim to that in case of a change in government, given the prolonged timelines and so on. So there's a lot of work to be done. There's a big void in the national conversation, I believe, and we need the relevant people to speak up, to state what they are doing, but to suggest what will be done in the short to medium term, if these measures are sustainable, and if it, of course, will be maintained, given the interest that the country's food system, I think, is compromised.